We're walking onto the plane right now to go to Japan for our first time. We're excited. Here begins the adventure.
We're at the Hotel Appa Ayase Ekime, and this is our first hotel room. Very small double bed. Not very much room. Bathroom, bidet, sink, tiny little shower. Room key that turns on the room, but again, very little hotel room.
This was the first place that we visited. This is the Art Aquarium Museum in Ginza. There's goldfish and koi absolutely everywhere in different shaped sized aquariums. Very calming music and just a ton of little exhibits here. They've got all kinds of different rare breeds of goldfish, and it was a very interesting experience. It was pretty cheap too, so if you ever find yourself in Tokyo and Ginza, I would highly recommend going here to check it out. I'm gonna let the video play for a little bit so everybody can see what was there. Another place that we had to stop was Age 3 so we could get some fruit and whipped cream sandwiches. Check these out. Here's the grape one. Sweet potato.
Oh, your pistachio one looks really
And
good.
the pistachio. Oh my goodness. After we got sandwiches, we decided to just walk around Tokyo, and we wandered over to this park where they had a castle. I believe it was the Imperial Castle. We didn't go up the bridge or anything. We just kind of looked at the wall and the moat around it, and just kind of explored the park before we went to Team Labs later that night. So the next thing we visited was Team Labs. This is a massive, interactive art installation that's all about sensory. So there's areas that you walk through that are water, and then you gotta dry your feet off, and then you walk onto an area that's like really squishy to walk on, and there's LED lights in this location. And there were tons and tons of exhibits. I think there were like 12 or 13 in there that all just were different sensory kind of art installations. They were all really cool and really interesting. I think if you are ever in Tokyo and have the chance to go to Team Labs, you absolutely have to. It's definitely getting deeper. Okay, I think we're at the deepest point. Holy shit.
So this was really cool. It was an entrance or an exit, I guess you could say, to a subway. And it was Harry Potter themed. It had music in the background, and it had all the moving pictures and photos on the side. It was really cool. And they had the giant time turner piece. Unfortunately, it was raining, which kind of sucked, but it was still really cool. Everything had Harry Potter themed stuff to it. They had banners hanging all around, and they had music playing. It was really, really cool. They had the Cursed Child play was going on while we were there. Unfortunately, we did not go to it. It would have been fun, but it would have been entirely in Japanese, and we wouldn't have been able to understand it. And then they had a shopping mall that was right by it, so we kind of looked around and checked some stuff out. They had really good food, and even had more Harry Potter trinkets all over the place. They had a Harry Potter cafe here, but they were completely booked out. So if you want to do the Harry Potter cafe, you want to make a reservation ahead of time. It's something I wish we would have been able to do, but I did not think far enough ahead of time. Oh, the time turner.
We're done.
It took us a little bit of hunting, but we eventually found the Harry Potter store that they had next to that station, and it was a whole gift shop with cute little trinkets and Harry Potter themed stuff. They had like the house chopsticks, which was really cool, and coffee cups and mugs and plates, coasters, which was so much fun to see all the little trinkets they had here. They even had stuffed animals and trunks and jewelry that was themed. I was a kid in a candy store. It was really hard to not buy everything. They had these adorable little baby Nifflers, which is from one of my favorite Fantastic Beasts, so I thought that was really cool. I was kind of geeking out because they're so cute. And if you look behind, you can see Niffler backpacks. It was so fun. They had a lot of really cool things in this store. I think this was on our second day. We went to Shibuya and they had the Nintendo store, which I was super geeked about because I'm a big Zelda fan and I love my Switch. It was super busy because we went on a Saturday. I found this Majora's Mask pin, which was sweet because it matches my tattoo. They had a ton of themed Zelda stuff in the new game that had like come out not even a few days ahead of time. Again, it was really hard not to just like buy everything.
It's small.
It was so packed in here. It was super busy, but it was a Saturday. They had Animal Crossing stuff and Pikmin, which is really popular too. It was really hard to just pick one thing to get. But they had Link there, and there you can see the little Pikmin guys in the back. It was really cool. They had like 3 or 4 like major themes in the store. I think there was Zelda and Pikmin and Splatoon, and of course Super Mario. So it was a really cool store. They had a bunch of cute little trinkets here too. They also had a few anime stores up here. There was Capcom and Jump Shop, which had anime themed stuff. There's a big statue of Luffy, which was super cool to see. I was a little disappointed that there wasn't more One Piece stuff, to be honest. Like, you would think with the big Luffy statue, there'd be a ton of One Piece gear in here, but there really wasn't all that much. And we were looking for some really cool t-shirts, and it was just mostly trinkets, which we actually found the case to be in a lot of places in Japan. Are like socks and pins and hand towels, which some bathrooms in Japan don't have towels, so you have to kind of buy face towel, your own hand towels. They bring it with you. On the same floor with all the anime stuff in Nintendo, we went to the Pokemon shop, Pokemon Center, which we found there were a handful of them all over Japan, but this was a really big one because it had the iconic Mewtwo, full of plushies, of course. Is so many plushies, and there's Froakie. He's my favorite, and a whole bin of Charizards. It was crazy. There were a ton of kids in here. It was so packed. Again, we went on a Saturday, so it was super busy, but it was also rainy, so this was really good to do, to get out of the rain. It was pretty awesome. This is a garden that was actually on top of, I think, the shopping center that this was all in was called Paco, and this was on top of the shopping center. It's just like a rooftop garden. It was super cool and very peaceful considering how loud it was in the store. And then you get up here and it's just so quiet. You can't even hear the city below. It was so cool.
So this was the top of the building that had all the stores in it, and this is actually a spot that Yes Theory filmed a video in Japan that inspired us to buy our tickets and come to Japan. So it was cool to see the same spot that had inspired us to actually book the tickets finally. And this was the last day that we were in Tokyo. The next stop was Osaka. That video will be coming soon. If you like what we're doing here, definitely subscribe. It helps us. We will continue to share our journeys with you.